So this set comes with two main functional parts, both of which I will show you right now. The first one and the main one is the steering. This is something that people have requested LEGO to make in Creator for a long time, so they finally come out with that. So as you can see, it's a bit hard to steer, just because it's on the ground. If it's not on a surface, it's pretty. If you lift it up, it's not that hard at all, as you can see. And what's interesting is if you flip it, you can see that once I turn it, it's actually based on the center, so this means that it needs less space to do tighter turning. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not completely sure, but I'm pretty sure that this was one of the techniques used by Mustang, by Ford specifically, to have this smaller tire area needed to get that same, I guess you could call it the tire movement. And the other mechanism, which you can see in the back here, is accessed through this knob right here, which in turn spins this worm gear that spins something else, and then that'll push this open. And this is called jacking up the rear end, and this is something that was used by this was something common back in the 60s and 70s. So since this is a 67 Fastback, that's what this model is based off of. Obviously, they decided to put this in. As you can see, when I turn out that black knob, it raises it, and then it'll push it back down. If you want to see a better look, you can open the trunk, and there you can see, once I turn the knob again, you can see those gears moving. Although they just play, they don't play any specific role. And see, and then there's its most extended part right there, and then when you push it back down, it goes back inside. Part I'm going to detail is the exterior, and as you can see, this exterior is very detailed, very nice. You can see all the design at the those lines. You can see the GT sign over there. The stripes running through are all pretty accurate, pretty nice looking. And also, there's rear view mirrors. The front looks really nice, very detailed, and it was pretty interesting how that entire thing came together. Uh, and also, one note about the rear view mirrors is that they are very flimsy. They're only attached by just a small stud at the back, and it's very easy to get them misaligned, or it's very easy to get them misaligned. And see, usually it'll end up going like this or something. It's very easy to get it off center. And but overall, all of this is really nice, really polished. I like the scoop intake a lot. The technique used was really nice. And yeah, and the back, again, aside from this trunk part, if you ignore that trunk part, or if this was put a little bit more in, this would probably have been the best angle of the entire set, because of just how amazing it looks. And yeah, and like you can see, this part, the lights have been pretty accurate. The exhaust part is accurate. All of it has pretty nice detail. And yeah, before I go into the interior, I just want to take one more look at the front. The front is very detailed. All of this curves, these curves, how they meet together is very interesting. The process, actually, the entire process of this build was very unique, and this does live up to this role of expert, like 100%. For example, this part is completely side built. This part is a diagonal part that gives you that part. This one's all sideways building. The lights are a sideways build, which is really interesting. And yeah, so now I'm gonna go into the interior. And to access the interior, the easiest way is to pop open the roof, which they've allowed you to do. So it just comes off like that. It's only attached by 4 studs. And actually, if you look through, you can see the rear view mirror. And also, I'm just going to take this part out too to get a completely clear view of inside. So looking inside, we see the steering wheel. And by the way, I put this tile on, this one by one tile. I actually put this on myself. This is not what the instructions told me. I just decided that it will look nicer if I did that. You can inside you can see the console. You can see some of the speed speedometers and stuff. You can see the I guess you call this the transmission. It is movable, but it doesn't do anything, unfortunately. Um, these seats are very nicely detailed. Let me just open the door. These seats are very nicely detailed and pretty simple to build. And you can actually push this forward. Actually, the driver's seat is not a good example because it's not really meant to open. But you can push this forward, and then you gain access to the back. So in the back, we see some more seats, not as much detail as before. You see the center part running through all the way. And overall, it just looks really nice, really polished. I really like this interior. Is probably one of the best parts of the entire set. And um, what and now leaving that part, let's go to the front. Now this engine is completely detailed. Like it has everything, it has everything almost. I mean, it has almost everything down to what it exactly looks like in real life. You have the main engine here. You have the Mustang logo right there. They even have the poles of the battery down. They have the caution fan sign. They have they even have right here. They even have a coolant tank. So as you can see, they've left almost nothing out. But again, Ford is known for Mustang is known for its customizability. So obviously, it won't have everything. So if you look online, you would probably have to uh, go through a couple of pictures before you get the exact engine. And one last feature is the doors. The doors are a very interesting build again, and actually you can see from this side, you can see the interior has been tiled nicely. And what's interesting about the doors is that they perfectly close with very little resistance. As you can see, there's barely any gap. This was a problem. The problem with the gap between between the door and the other side has been something that Lego has been trying to fix for a long time, and now they've finally done it. And as you can see, another very interesting fact is the hinges on the inside, and once you close it, it actually stops the door from going out too far. I'm pretty sure this is actually a real design in the real Ford, and as you can see when I close it, it goes back into place and it closes perfectly. And this is the handle. Again, as I showed you before, the rear view mirror is pretty hard to keep in one place. It will start to keep moving around, but that's just a small, easy fix. Last but not least, Lego has kindly given us some extra features extra customizability of the set, which is a really nice thing that they've done. And as you can see, there is a lot of customizability available to you. And this was actually one of this was one of the selling points. You can Ford's advertisement of Mustang when it came out was that it was designed to be built by you, or actually, sorry, designed to be designed by you, so you can customize it as much as you want. That was one of the major selling points of Mustang. So Lego has recreated here by giving us some options, and these do come with the Lego instructions. They have given you all the pieces and the instructions. And first, before I go through all of that, let me go through the number plates. So as you can see, this one. Actually, let me go through the one that's um, on the car already. This one's GT 1967. So Michigan number plate, and this was referring to the model used for this car, or the model that this car is based off of. This one right here, and by the way, on the back, there is a space as well. Right here in the back, they have given a space, so it has it on both sides. So moving on to the other number plates. This one is blue colored. It's California number plate. It says P51AK2. This is actually translated to Eesa A. This is the lead designer of the Ford Mustang. I mean the LEGO Ford Mustang, obviously. This one is an international number plate. They have put some overseas number plates. This one is I'm pretty sure it's New South Wales. Moving on, and also they all come with a set of two, and they're all identical except for the British one, PAKH0280. This one comes one side for yellow, one side with white, and this is for UK. And this last one, I'm pretty sure it's German, and as you can see, they are almost identical again. So now let's move on to some of the customizable features. I'll start from the front and then go to the back. So the first one they have is the turbocharger. And to install this, all you have to do is take off the scoop intake. It's pretty simple. It's only attached by two studs. And what you have to do actually is open this. You have to take off this top part of the engine. You have to take that out. It comes off pretty easily. And now you can close the back, and there's a 2x2 anti-stud area, and you just push it in there. Actually, I think I don't have it lined up. Yeah, now I have it lined up, and as you can see, it's put in, and like it's supposed to, the hood actually opens while it is in there, although it's really tight, but it doesn't touch. And next one are the side skirts. So there's one for each side. To apply this, this is the one side. To apply it, all you have to do is push it, and actually, let me give you a better view. This is not how you actually have to put it on. It's much simpler than that. But what you do is you just you make sure that it's touching that area, and you just push it right next to the tires. At least this is how I do it. I push it right next to the tires. There's one side, and again, the rear view mirrors. They are sort of irritating because they are hard to line up. They are hard to keep lined up, and the same thing can be done without lifting the side. Yeah. Let me just apply this back, and yeah, you might have to push it up just a little bit, but you don't have to put a large portion. And actually, I forgot, at the very front of this, there is LEGO calls this a chain splitter. I don't know what this really is. I just think it's like a front bumper, and this goes pretty snug, and it's pretty easy to take off as well, because you just have to push down in the middle and it'll come off. So let me put this back on. Yeah, and it comes back on because there's only about 8 studs securing the entire somewhere around, I think 8 studs securing it, so it's pretty easy to take off, and it's pretty easy to fall down because I haven't applied it correctly. It's my fault. And push it. Okay, now it's put on correctly. And now on the back, the final 2 customizing features. This one, this is, I guess, a fuel tank, or I think they call it a nitrous oxide tank. And this one is just meant to be placed inside the trunk. It's your choice whether you want to secure it. I'm guessing that most people would secure it. Let me just get it. Yeah, that's secure. And the last one before I close it, and this is probably the nicest feature, is the rear spoiler, I guess you call it. And although it looks pretty bad from the back, it does sort of ruin this back view, which is really nice. you look at this from the front, it looks, I mean, all other angles besides that, it looks amazing. So, I mean, I would think, in my personal opinion, I think, I mean, I really like the back, so I wouldn't put this on. But if you are showcasing this, I would say put this on because most people won't look at the back area of it. If you want to see me build this set with a back by back summary, on the top right hand corner of the screen there will be a pop-up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and give me your suggestions in the comment below.